here we go. We have in the top right hand side, rocking that wonderful Protoss swag, playing for history. It is going to be none other than Top. And his opponent in the bottom left hand side, playing for Hong Kong with an attitude. It is none other than the Blue Zerg player known as Sen. Sen, of course, has been in the scene for such a long time. He's been around in it for ages, really. You know, you might have heard Day9 talk about him a bit jokingly, but you most likely have either heard of him or seen him play. He's played in, you know, the TESL, done very well there, played a lot overseas as well. Just, you know, it was well back in the day, though. He did so well for himself for such a long time. Now, though, playing a lot in Asian, different qualifiers, different events. He won the previous TESL, and of course, which is the Taiwanese Esports Star League, I believe? Or Esports League, rather. No, not Star League. I'm just so used to the Spro TV Star League. No, it's the Taiwanese Esports League, I do believe. But yeah, he won the previous one, I believe, or the one before that. It was pretty recent, though, so I should be the previous one. And I didn't cast that, though. I just watched a few of those games. He did so well for himself, though. He's such a strong player, and of course he's one of the more recognizable, I would say, Taiwanese / Chinese players to date. But he's facing up against Top, one of the strongest Chinese players, playing for, of course, History, one of the lesser known teams in China, or rather in the international scene. If you play on China servers, you will know of History, but if you don't play on China or don't watch GPL and KungFuCup or KungFuCup, you probably don't know too much about it. But we do see a gateway in the front here. We do see a very quick as well, so Nexus first into gateway in front, very greedy, but of course so is Sen, who's done the same build over and over again, and oh dear me, we see that proxy pylon being placed right in the edge here on Foxtrot's Labs, and of course this is one of those maps you can hide just about anything. If you remember from DreamHack Moscow, the James Bond probe, you can check it out on SC2HL. I was actually observing back then, so I was just so hyped. It was my first observing gig ever for a big major event. So if you check that out, you know, you can see the James Bond probe, the one probe that got away and saved the entire game for the Protoss player. So this map, of course, with a lot of nukes, but Sen, being the Zerg expert he is, he's just going to find that pylon right away. He says, okay, why did you go to the left hand side and bring your probe back? I'm just gonna check, and oh, look at that, there's a pylon, which means that right now Top will be close to a supply block unless he gets another pylon, which he does. It costs him an extra 100 minerals, and especially as a Protoss, those small things actually are very annoying. As a side player, it's slight nuisance. You just add another overseer, it doesn't matter too much. But as a Protoss player, you have such a tight build, everything has to be perfect, and when you do this, everything gets slightly delayed, you're slightly off with everything, which is going to be quite annoying. But we do see a second gateway added. No tech yet, though. Where is that tech? This is going to be interesting. No forts in the front, a second gateway. Are we going to see, because we see a third gas, but no fourth gas. Once again, a fairly early third gas here from Top. And this is exactly what we saw on King Sejong Station, where he did choose to go for the expansion into Robo, but he did get a Stargate. So where is that Stargate going to be? He does see, Sen that is, he does see all the gateways, and he does know kind of what's going on, I hope. He does see, of course, the timing on everything, but where is the tech? What tech is going to be? Is it just going to be sentries and expand? I'll be very surprised, because we already see a proxy pan going down here, and Sen is actually adding a lot of units because of this. He's adding 10 more links to make sure he can shut down any incoming pans, and oh my god, he does see one more gateway. Does he see the next one as well? This is so important. Yes, he does. He knows this is at least 5 gateways, and that means it should be an all-in. When you see 5 gates on 2 bases, that should be an all-in, and there we go. It is 8 gateways down right now. He's going for the complete all-in, 8 gate all-in. It's slightly later than the 6 gate that we saw late in the previous game from top, but he chooses to go straight for the throat. There is nothing you can do about it except for just building more and more units. We see 41 workers for Sen. He's not going to add a single more worker, it looks like. And oh, he's getting slightly aggressive himself. He has to be ready though for the incoming aggression of Top. Top will be so aggressive with this. He's going to warp in right to the right hand side here, and there's Sen is not really ready. He doesn't have road speed. He doesn't even have La at this point, so he's not going to have road speed. He does have link speed though, which is going to help so much at this point. But let's see. No, Sen just misses this. He's going to see the units right now. He just saw the edge of them. Did he see them though? His units aren't being aggressive. This should not be aggressive. He saw 5 gates. He should know what's going on. Here we go. Now he sees the units. He's bringing everything back. He was supplying box slightly, but he's adding 4 more overlords. He's getting the spike right now in his natural. He knows you can kill these rocks and get into the natural, which is so deadly, and then you can just bounce between the third and the natural. That's why he's adding the spike here. A great way to defend. And of course, right now Sen just needs to hold on. He just needs to bring in more and more roaches. Where's Top going to choose to go? He can go for the second base, but it's going to be a great concave here. A lot of space for Sen to just concave up, but that's a huge amount of units for Top. Great force fields going down for Top to shut down Sen in this last game, in this last series of today. Look at that, amazing force fields, but there are so many, few of them though, overlapping, and we see Sen losing a lot of roaches, but he's not giving up yet. He has so many more in the back here still. The force fields are helping Top so much at this point, and he still has a few more, but Sen is breaking through so many roaches, once again trapped by those force fields, but more and more roaches just streaming out for Sen, who stopped at 44 workers, and actually it got up to 50, which is really helping his economy. And if he doesn't want to go through here though, if he got force filled off, he'll be in such big trouble. He doesn't want to get force filled here, and he will get force filled in. He's going to lose a lot of roaches, a big misstep here for Sen. He had this game. Is he going to have to pay? I don't think so. He's just producing so many more units to land on the way as well. He's feeling confident that he can afford this. He's going to have to build more and more roaches. Burrow on the way. If this finishes up, I don't see Top winning this. I mean, as long as there are a few roaches out, like 10 or more, with Burrow, it's so difficult to micro against that because there's no observer. There's not going to be an observer. There's no backup plan for Top. He's completely all in. After this warp in, he's just going to go for it. He has a few force fields. Not really sure how many exactly. I think that should be about 6 or 7 force fields, maybe more than that. Not too many links and roaches here for Sen, who was getting Burrow and La at the same time. A bit greedy perhaps, but if he can hold on, it will all be worth it. So many links right now trying to hug and force fields. They are kind of trapped, but they do get out right now. Sen doesn't want to take this engagement. He's going to lose a lot of links. Those force fields were kind of baited here by Sen. He's just baiting more and more force fields. As long as he keeps doing this, he's going to force more sentries coming out, no Guardian shields, and of course that means that next engagement they're going to be even less than so force fields, and Top still doesn't want to go for that third base. If he goes though and manages to force field this ramp very quickly before Sen realizes, then of course Sen can just straight out lose the game by default, almost by losing his third base. That is, I'm just losing my words at this point. So many things going on. We have Roach on the way, but Burrow is done, and Sen can now surprise his opponent by just kind of hugging his opponent. And then of course when the forces come down to trap everything, he can just burrow, and there's of course, if you don't pay attention to this to everything, he doesn't know if there's burrow movements. Here we go though. Great force will trap Sen away from his third base. Will he be able to trap the Roach once again? Yes, great force field. The palm will go down, so not as aggressive warpers anymore, but the third base goes down, and oh my god, is Top going to get into the natural? He might just be able to do so, and if he gets the force field, there's no way for Sen to defend this. Those roaches though are doing great amount of damage to the sentries. Force field's going down here. He's not using his burrow whatsoever to his defending roaches. If he gets up in the main, that might be just be it for Sen. Sen right now holding with everything he got. He's using his drone. He's using everything, and right now Sen bringing his last roaches in. He's bringing his drone, and if he can clean this up, he's cleaning it up. And Top losing every single unit. He was so close, but he couldn't get up. He couldn't get in, and he's going so low in supply right now. We saw Sen losing about 12 workers, but that was absolutely worth it. Sen doubling his opponent in supply, and he is just going to clean everything up. A beautiful series by Sen so far. It looks as if we're going to see Top just getting eliminated and Sen moving on into the round of 4. Is that going to happen though? Is Top going to allow that? He has a few force fields. How can he hold? The Cybercore might go down. That can be focused down. Parts are going down left and right, and these rocks are being cleaned out. Well, those force fields, they are not splitting up the roaches enough, and roaches are getting in. The burrow is still available here for Sen. And look at this, the Immortal is so late, and the Cybercore goes down. No more sentries, no more stalkers for Top, and Sen has made it. Sen has done it, and he's just going to waltz right through and kill the last few units on Top. This is wonderful play by our Taiwanese third player, and I think Top realizing that what has transpired here, he's going to lose his Robo. Will the Immortal pop out? Yes, he will, but will he survive? No, he won't. And look at that, Top just digesting his loss, and GG from Top. Sen brings it in with a 3-2. Beautiful play by Sen. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have concluded the KungFuCup for today.